Considering the fact that I've been gaming for the past 20 years of my life, I have definitely seen my share of Donkey Kong titles. Whether it's the old school arcade title, the Donkey Kong Country series for the SNES, or even a title that requires bongos to play, this is definitely one series that is both ambitious and distinctive. So, once again, I'll be taking a look at the newest entry to the DKC series with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So, does this title have what it takes to warm the hearts of critics and gamers everywhere, especially considering the Wii U's poor sales? Well, only time will tell, but that won't stop me from taking a look at this icy trip back to Kong Island. So this game begins with our hero DK celebrating his birthday with his friends Dixie, Diddy, and Cranky. But little does he know that his island is about to be invaded. Well, he doesn't know, but he should, considering it's happened at least 4 separate times beforehand. However, instead of the usual Kremling foes, DK must face off against an army of penguins, walruses, owls, and seals as they've commandeered his island and turned it into a winter wonderland. Now, DK here does not like frozen bananas, so he and his allies set off to reclaim his island and stop this polar vortex before it gets any worse. So those of you who know anything about the DKC series probably have already guessed that this title is a 2D platformer, and you've probably also guessed that you will be able to gain control of various Kongs. As you progress through each stage, you'll find barrels which allow you to use each respective Kong. Diddy uses his jetpack to help you hover as he did in Donkey Kong 64 and Donkey Kong Country Returns. Dixie uses her ponytails to allow you to hover for short periods and also reach higher heights. And Cranky bounces on his cane, which can help you bypass dangerous foliage. Now, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like Cranky plays oddly similar to another game I just played recently. Now, what was it? It'll come to me eventually. A new addition to this game, which is reminiscent of Super Mario Bros. 2, is the ability to pull items out of the ground. While not called upon extremely frequently, it can also be used to make platforms appear, find hidden tokens, and even pull a sunken ship from the depths. I'm fairly certain that physics don't work that way, but on the other hand, this is a game about apes fighting penguins, so yeah. There are overall 6 worlds to explore, with each containing around 6 levels leading up to their respective boss battles. However, if you collect all hidden puzzle pieces and Kong letters in many stages, then you will unlock alternate paths to the secret levels. Also, after each level is completed, you can participate in the time attack mode. Now let's get to the reviewing. Graphically speaking, this game is gorgeous. Not only are the Kongs very well rendered to the point that you can individually see their strands of hair, but the levels are masterfully designed as well. Whether it is a fire on a savanna, a ride through fruity vines, or even a stylized avalanche, you can rest assured that this game took full advantage of the Wii U's graphical capabilities. Speaking of level design, let's talk about the gameplay. Now, some of you may look at this game and think to yourself, this is one of the newer Nintendo games, so I'll bet that they make it extremely easy on the player and hold your hand the entire way. Oh, you're funny. If there's one thing that you can rest assured about the Donkey Kong Country series, it's that the games show absolutely no mercy, and this game takes that concept and turns it up to 11. Now, it's really not too hard to get extra lives, and if you wish to abuse your deaths, you can actually farm for Kong tokens to in turn purchase power-ups. But here's how the levels mostly go down. You will need to take your time to ensure that you can properly make your jumps. At the same time, you usually don't have that time to take. With this concept in mind, and the addition of ever-evolving enemies, not to mention 3-stage boss fights that get exponentially harder, just be prepared to listen to this sound bit a lot. Yeah, you like that? Actually, let's hear it again. I don't think you've had enough. Let's listen to it a few more times, shall we? Okay, I think you get it. But oddly enough, this game never really felt unfair, as I felt that I should be able to make jumps if I thought a little faster. But you know what probably kept me the most calm throughout this game? The amazing soundtrack. Composer David Wise reprises his role as the composer from the original Donkey Kong Country titles, and he does a masterful job in both the new tracks and the beautifully remixed classic tracks from the first 3 games. Honestly, if you never even bother to play this game, I would highly recommend checking out the soundtrack because it's just that good. So, while this game can make you feel a massive roller coaster of emotions, I would still recommend giving it a try if you want to check out another DKC title, or if you want to give yourself a nice little challenge. But regardless of your choice, I know that I'll be going bananas with this game once again, and in the end, I see nothing wrong with that.